Hey, Stewie, 3 o'clock. Time for The View. No, not again! Let me out of here! I can't watch another second!
It's so fun to make fun of The View. Oh my God. The ladies of The View continue to humiliate themselves, and today was no exception. Ted Cruz, balls of steel, that guy. Lion, Ted. We mean lion, like a lion that prowls the Serengeti. Ted Cruz going into the worst place a conservative could possibly ever go, especially around Halloween, because these witches are cooking and boiling some hot stew. And when you're on The View, it's like you're 5 against 1 on stage, and then you're 500 against 1 in the audience, and then you're like 5 million against 1 if you're a conservative in the viewership. And so you're up against it, ladies and gentlemen. You got Leonidas in the 300 level numbers here. You don't have much of a chance. The best you can do is put up a fight and hope that you bring the receipts. And certainly conservatives have gone on The View and brought the heat. Back in the day, Don Jr. went on The View and torched Joy Behar to her face for wearing, to her white face, for wearing blackface. Remember
He's
this?
talking about lowering the discourse to his level, which is horrible for this country. Even if people are working, we don't want to have a country like that. Do you understand that?
We've all
They don't
done
like
things.
the vessel or the semantics of the speech, but nevertheless, look at the result.
We've all done things that we regret. I mean, if we're talking about bringing a discourse down, Joy, you've worn blackface. Whoopi,
No,
you
I
said
haven't.
that Roman Polanski.
I'm sorry, and don't, if
you
you
said
do
that
it.
Roman Polanski, it wasn't rape when he raped a child. So let's
Okay,
talk about
so yeah, no,
serious
let's
things.
talk
Come on,
about this.
that's
So
not
you
fair.
want to bring this up? The question came up.
I did not go in blackface, please.
No, she was not in blackface.
Thank you.
Sorry, listen, being black, I recognize blackface. This I can say. Okay? I know what
Black community backs me up on that.
So now that you've broken this piece of ice, because I guess this is the fight you want.
It's not the fight I want.
Yeah, it is.
But if we're
Because
talking
when
about
you-
character, we're
because
talking
when-
about these
Are you
things.
questioning my character?
I'm not
No,
questioning your character. I'm talking about you're questioning my father's character.
I'm
and
not,
I say
I'm
we all
sorry,
have done
I didn't
and said
question
things.
anybody. I simply said that when you're talking about that your father's taken more heat than anybody else, that is not so. Instead,
As a president?
and when, yes, as a president, yes,
Ridiculous.
He's getting pressed every day.
I think
He's
the
a
Central
president.
Park 5 took a lot more heat than your father has taken at his hand.
And by the way,
Name a president who's taken more heat than my
everybody
father.
stop,
Reckless criminal
hold
justice
up,
reform
hold
versus
up.
act.
Okay, so I have producer ALX finding me the old blackface clip. Joy Behar did wear blackface. She literally has a photo of herself in it, and then she defended it by saying she dressed as a beautiful African queen. Oh my God. Not the most embarrassing thing that Joy Behar has done on The View, by the way. Joy Behar once face planted while walking on.
Come on, just stop, just stand.
Let me tell you, these chairs are dangerous.
These chairs move.
Okay, so you see all those audience members there masked up within an inch of their lives, like social distance, scared, clapping like this. Yay, The View. I clapped. I'm supposed to be smart. I'm here at The View. I'm smart. This is the audience of The View. And so it's those kind of people that attacked Ted Cruz today, started screaming in the middle of the show and started to call Ted Cruz all sorts of names. Of course, we had to bleep them all as we must have a family-friendly show here. But they started chanting lots of F-bombs at Ted Cruz in the middle of The View, something we've never seen happen before.
Biggest reason people at home are saying, okay, is my life better today than it was 2 years ago? And I think for the vast majority of Americans, the answer is no.
Okay, so that's what it sounded like on TV because they had to bleep it in real time. So essentially, just in TV, you know, you've been in. Have you ever been inside of one of those newsroom control rooms? There's a 5-second delay, and if somebody drops an F-bomb, there are rules against profane broadcasts in America, so they can literally just shut off the audio when somebody does that. But they persisted, and here's what happened.
Friedman explained in the United States, inflation has one cause and one cause only. Inflation in the United States has one cause and one cause only, and that is when the federal government spends too much money.
Okay.
We have seen trillions and trillions of dollars spent by Joe Biden and the Democrats. Just last year, the federal government took in $4 trillion in tax revenues. Most money in history we've ever taken in. The problem is we spent nearly $7 trillion, and that's what
we do cover climate here, guys. We do cover climate.
Ladies, excuse us. Let us do our job. Let us do our job. We hear what you have to say, but you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta let us do our job.
They weren't even protesting you.
You gotta let us do our job.
I couldn't even hear what they were protesting.
Well, I take back what I said about the Yankees.
Thank you.
So, okay, this is how obnoxious the modern day left is. They are throwing paint cans and soup cans up against artwork. They're gluing themselves to the walls of museums and to the roads. They're obstructing traffic. It is a cult. The climate cult are the people. Those are the people who are screaming at Ted Cruz. It was about the climate. So they integrated into the View audience, and then they disrupted the show so much that far left extremist and fan of Hitler, Whoopi Goldberg, just had to shoo them off the show essentially. And I say that because Whoopi Goldberg essentially defended Hitler. Got, I think, suspended for 2 weeks, right? ALX from The View, yeah, gets suspended for 2 weeks. So on and so, should never be on TV again, right? Should never be on TV again. Said the Holocaust wasn't about race at all. That's what Whoopi Goldberg said on The View, and yet she's allowed to come back. Nobody ever mentions it. Isn't that amazing? Washed clean as snow. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it truly is a absolutely dangerous place for a conservative to go on The View, and these people get away with literal murder, and then they bring on conservatives in order to bash them up against the rocks, have their audience scream at them, so much so that they start screaming at their audience. What a mess. Not sure why any conservative will go on, but we say bravo to you, Ted Cruz, who brought the receipts about election denialism on the left. And so Ted Cruz got out an actual literal list of election deniers on the left, talking about Hillary Clinton, Stacey Abrams, Joe Biden, Al Gore. It didn't go well, as you can imagine. The clucking from the henhouse reached a fever pitch.
Anytime a Republican is in front of a TV camera, try to say the election was fair and square and legitimate. You know who y'all don't do that to? You don't do it to Hillary Clinton, who stood up and said Trump stole the election.
They didn't storm the Capitol. They didn't try to kill my former
Abrams, who said that the election was stolen. They sat here and said it was illegitimate, and you guys were fine with it. Okay, so it's illegitimate when Republicans win, but not when Democrats win.
No, you know, here's the thing. We may not like when Republicans win, but we don't go and we don't storm. We don't try to change what we'll go
Did I miss an entire year of Antifa riots where cities across this country were burning and police cars were being firebombed? Your position is the left doesn't engage in violence, really?
No, they wanted to noose our friend Mike Pence. How do we make sense of that?
You just accused us of doing something we didn't do. You said Hillary Clinton didn't say whatever she didn't say. I'm saying to you, listen.
And she said it's sitting here, and you were fine with her saying it was illegitimate for Republicans to win.
She called Donald Trump the next morning, and she conceded the election, Ted.
Okay,
took the call.
As did Stacey Abrams.
All right.
She sat there while Donald Trump was getting sworn in.
Hillary Clinton says Trump is an illegitimate president. Hillary Clinton says the election is stolen from you. Hillary Clinton in 2002, George W. Bush was selected, not elected. Joe Biden, Al Gore was elected president. So Joe Biden claims George W. Bush is illegitimate.
Right? Or is it just you that gets to scream?
Okay, no, I agree.
Okay, then lower your voice because we are very close to each other.
Imagine, and we have people on the show that I disagree with. We bring on guests that I disagree with. And it is my job as a host of the show. So you're hosting a party, right? You're hosting a show. You should be polite. It's my job to represent the worldview of conservatives and to represent my opinions on something. It's also my job to let a person talk and to speak and to make their point. And that's the trap of The View. The trap of The View is that if you are making a great point, then you'll have 5 clucking hens go, and they'll just yell over you and try and get in these little bars. It's a Twitter tactic, actually. It's like a Twitter tactic. It's like you're trying to just get in this little barb to like disprove someone's argument. Ted Cruz is trying to lay out a very, very good argument there. He has a stack of papers. He's like, here's the number of times that people have denied election on your program. Not even on Twitter, on your damn program. Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden saying that George W. Bush wasn't the president. Joe Biden, an election denier. So why don't we use the exact same rules, terminology, and why do you sit there and play footsie with people like Stacey Abrams when she declares that she's Queen of England and Governor of Georgia and Supreme Chancellor of the Galactic Senate? Why? Well, the answer is very simple. Because the left loves denying elections if they disagree with the results of those elections. And so there goes Donald Trump saying he disagreed with the results of the election, and you have the panicked meltdown. You have, of course, like people go to jail for that, right? But here you have the left doing it literally my entire adult damn life, and nothing. In fact, they applauded. They clapped. The SEALs clapped. They didn't clap when Ted Cruz was ripping Merrick Garland, which he did. Another brave point
for the subpoena, he was held in contempt of Congress
weaponized the Department of Justice.
Give me one example.
Bill Barr. Real quick.
Okay, you said a name.
Let me get a chance to get it.
Okay, weaponized. Give me the target that was persecuted, because I can tell you who the Democrats, Merrick Garland, directed the FBI to go after moms and dads who go to school boards and to treat them as domestic terrorists using the Patriot Act. That is fundamentally wrong.
I mean, it's amazing. It's incredible. It's like you can hear like the first time they're being exposed to this reality that we talk about every single day. Every single day. Antifa riots. Whoopi doesn't have any clue what the Antifa riots are. He has no idea. No clue. These people burned down, attacked. I literally watched them attack Rand Paul, sitting senator, and his wife. There's your insurrection. There's your actual legitimate insurrection. Nothing. They have no idea. They have no clue about what's happening with the FBI and the DOJ going after parents at school board meetings. No clue. Ted Cruz is there as an emissary. Ted Cruz, I think, took the L. He probably, people inside of the GOP were talking about someone going onto this program from the right and walking into the witch's kitchen and the pit of vipers and like taking a couple for the team. And so Ted Cruz went out there and he explained the GOP agenda for 2022. And I think he did a great job.
Is the Republican agenda?
It's very simple. I'll give you 3 words: jobs, freedom, and security. When it comes to jobs, listen, when you cut taxes, when you reduce regulations, when small businesses expand, you have lots and lots of jobs. Under the Trump
government still.
Sure, no, government has important roles, but let's be clear. Under the Trump administration, with Republican majorities in both houses, we had the lowest unemployment in 50 years. We had the lowest African-American unemployment
highest deficit in years.
Ever recorded. No, we're at 31 trillion now. So I agree the deficit. Listen, I've stood up to my own party a bunch of times. But when you've got poverty going down, we had the lowest African-American unemployment ever recorded, lowest Hispanic unemployment ever recorded. That's a big deal. This election in November, I think, is going to be a tidal wave. I think Republicans are going to retake both houses. And the biggest reason people at home are saying, okay, is my life better today than it was 2 years ago? And I think for the vast majority of Americans, the answer is no.
It is. The answer is no. They're going to get their asses whooped in 2022. It's going to be delicious. I hope, maybe, we'll see. Will Joy Behar be investigated for the obvious hate crime that she committed live on The View with everyone watching when she admitted to wearing blackface. Yes, we found the original clip. Joy Behar, go.
In the New York Times, they had an op-ed piece in praise of naturally curly hair. They say that it's making a comeback.
When did
Are you
it leave?
excited?
I've always had curly hair.
That is
Y'all
a
late.
feminist statement.
Huh?
What do you...
No, is that you, Joy?
Oh, you know this picture.
Oh, Joy, is that you?
Yes.
Joy, that is
Oh,
you?
Yes.
Joy, are you
Wait.
black?
No, I know. I was so cute. Look how
Joy.
cute I was.
Are you my auntie, Joy?
No. That is me.
My word. What year is this? Circa
I
what?
was 29. It was a Halloween party. I went as a beautiful African woman.
Oh, yes, you ain't black.
But that's my hair. That's my hair.
You can be, yeah, but it is. So the whole point of
Why
is
are
that
you
curly
upset with
hair
me
is
now?
coming back. I thought
That is me.
Did you have tanning lotion on,
A little. I had makeup that was a little bit darker than my skin.
It's going to fix it.
But that's my actual hair. Though.
I love it though.
Okay. So I can't remember what the name of the black co-host is there. Raven Simone, is that it? Raven Simone's like, okay, wait, first off, what were you doing there? And she's like, Joey's like, I was going to a party. What party? A Halloween party. What were you dressed as? An African princess. So that's not your natural hair? No. So is that your actual skin color? No. How'd you get your skin color like that? I darkened my skin. So you wore blackface? No, I didn't wear blackface. You love to see it. Yes, listen, you love to see it. And you love to see the fact that Ted Cruz had the cojones to go on that show and to just let her rip, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we do on this program. We have an evening live here, and we talk about clips that we thought were really funny during the day. And we just kind of like, just kind of a free-for-all. And we say thank you very much for watching. That was Ted Cruz roasting The View as election deniers to their faces while protesters screamed at him. The left is starting to have a mental breakdown. They have broken brains. Truly, they have brain damage, and they're going to have a massive breakdown in 2022 and 2024. Ted Cruz is a standard bearer for the Republican Party and the GOP agenda, and Godspeed, sir. I think you did a great job. Let me know what you think in the comments. My name is Benny Johnson. Thank you for watching this evening edition of The Benny Show.